Today we're in Squamish, riding a trail called Credit Line. You might have seen this trail before in the Pinkbike series Hot Laps, where they send a whole bunch of pro Enduro racers down and compare their times. I'm not gonna be near as fast as them though. This is another one of those trails that starts with a kind of sizable cross-country type section before you get to the fun stuff in the downhill, so I'm going to go ahead and speed it up for anyone who really wants to watch it. But I'm also going to include a time code in the description that lets you skip straight into the downhill section. Credit Line is probably one of the trails I've ridden most in the Alice Lake area, and that's because it's the easiest way to get back down to Jack's Trail and out into the parking lot after you've been riding in the upper section. This is a black-rated trail that has a little bit of everything. It's got this cross-country stuff you're looking at now, some tighter techie sections, a couple more difficult features, and it finishes off with a flatter blue flowy section. It's even got a beautiful vista partway through the trail that I imagine people used to really enjoy before Strava was invented. Once you see this wood roller, you're coming up on probably the hardest climb of the trail. I've never cleared it. It's got some pretty crazy moves, like a 1-foot step up over a rock and some quite tight switchbacks that I've just never been able to clear, so I'm gonna go ahead and push my bike up this one. It does mean that we're finally almost at the start of the downhill though. Alright, we're here, the start of the downhill. It starts with this little rock roll, and then we're gonna lead pretty quickly into probably the hardest feature of the trail. A rock roll with multiple line choices that's a bit longer than the one that you just saw. Here's the rock roll. If you're feeling a bit more timid, there's a longer route along the side that's less steep, but I actually find the best way is to go straight down the middle and let your suspension do its thing. This corner used to give me trouble. It's pretty rocky, so if you come in too slow, your front tire can easily get hung up and you might feel like you're gonna go over the bars. I found the best line is to approach it from the left and let your tires just roll over the rocks. Trust that they'll roll. This is that amazing vista I mentioned. If you have time, check it out for sure, but be prepared to be at the bottom of the Strava leaderboards. It's a great place to take a picture of your bike, have a snack, or just soak in the view. After the viewpoint, the trail gets a lot chunkier and a lot faster. If you know what you're doing, you can really let off the brakes here and just fly down the trail, as you've probably seen in those Hot Laps videos. I'm not going to be really doing that though. It's supposed to be faster to ride up on the right of this rock slab and take the high line, but I can't bring myself to trust my tires enough to do that. This little up and over on this rock is always my signal for when the easier blue flow section starts. I know it's coming and I want fresh legs for it, so I decided to take a break. Not really sure what those guys were doing. Maybe they're pushing their bikes back up to ride this section of the trail again. I wouldn't blame them if they were. This is probably my favorite section of the trail. And hell, if the entire trail was like this, it would be one of my favorites. I'm not really sure why they never showed this section in the hot laps videos. It would be really fast and I think very entertaining to watch a pro ride this at race speed. We're almost at the end here, so thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting the like button or even that subscribe button. See you guys in the next one.